Yeah, hi, I'm Paul Archer. Let's get into my 5-minute impact. This one's called Listen Like You Mean It. Now here's the question for you. What are the two most common diseases amongst salespeople, advisors, mortgage advisors, whoever it is? The two most common diseases are these. Well, we went shopping for a piece of furniture a while ago, Shelley and I went to this big sort of open air place, and I hid behind this little shelf here, and I was watching this advisor doing her thing, and she had the first disease. She was talking to a young couple about a sofa, and she had the first disease, the disease interruptitis. She kept interrupting the client before they'd stop talking. How bad is that? The second one, we carried on along the same furniture store. We found another advisor talking to a client, and they also had the second major illness disease. What was that one? Well, I call it premature solutioneering. She had all the answers. So before the client even stopped talking about what their needs were, she was telling them what they should have, because she's heard it all before. And that's the problem with listening, or listen like you mean it. What we should do therefore is stop overthinking. We should stop thinking about what the client's telling us sometimes, not all the time. Why? Because we want to listen like we mean it, really is the key, isn't it? So my argument here is stop thinking what they're telling you, stop solutioneering, stop interrupting the client, and finally stop lining up your next question. And if you can do that, you'll be able to listen like you mean it. Now, a number of years ago, I had a friend of mine came to see me. His name was Steve. He was doing an exam, and I was going to do some one-to-one coaching with him to help him through the exam, and he was really hoping some help. But when I met him, I realized there was a problem. So I went into this stop thinking mode to listen like I mean it. And I started to see that Steve was not passing the exam, not because of lack of knowledge, but he was worried about something. So I went into this map mode, as I call it, and I started to really hear what he was telling me, watch his body language, listen to his senses. And I realized he had a problem with a regulator about to destroy his business. And we did some coaching around that, and then he was able to pass the exam. So it has many, many uses. If you're able to listen like you mean it, you can also read people, body language, signals, senses. Some really good effects here going on. So how do you do it then? Well, we call it MAP, which is my acronym. What does MAP stand for? Well, when you're wanting to listen like you mean it, the first thing you do is you move away from thinking. You stop thinking. You hear them, of course you do. You hear everything they're telling you, but you stop thinking about what they're telling you. You stop lining up your next question. You stop premature solutioneering. You just stop thinking, but you hear them. As you hear them, you appreciate them. You give them all the signals to show that you're hearing what they're telling you. You're really involved in what they're discussing, but you're not saying anything of any depth. You're doing, yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I understand, but you're not asking them any further questions. You're not following up. You're letting them talk. And when they finish, because they do finish at some point, then you play back what they told you, often for a much shorter time than they actually talked to you in the first place. This MAP technique really, really works. And if you do it occasionally for somebody that wants to talk to you for whatever the reason, you're going to get loads of advantages. You better read body language, sense signals, read eye movements if you're into your NLP, observe leakage in body language, and you'll let them talk, which is the whole point about listening like you mean it. Hey, I hope you found that useful. I'm Paul Archer. I'll see you soon. Bye.